at Warner Brothers Studios in Burbank, California. I'm Lindsey Thiry with the Los Angeles Times, joined by UCLA beat reporter Chris Foster. Chris, Pac-12 Media Day is coming a week later than normal, but everyone's still chipper to be here, including UCLA coach Jim Mora, who said he was only going to address the quarterback situation to start. And what do you know? It was a day all full of UCLA quarterbacks.
Yeah, I don't recall much being asked other than quarterback. And Jim was Jim. He was kind of feisty. He was having fun. He was smiling. We'll see how long the smiling lasts, because I think he's going to be asked about quarterbacks from now until he actually names one.
Mora said today that he does not know when he will name a quarterback, that he has no timeline set. Obviously, you head out to San Bernardino in the very near future. Do you have any idea, just covering Jim now for the last few seasons, when he might name one?
Well, I don't know when he's going to name them. I think to anybody that was watching in spring ball that it would seem Josh Rosen would be the guy everybody would want to win the job. He's a freshman. That's the downside. He's never played in college before, but he has a tremendous arm. He's got a high ceiling, so why not play him and get him his career started now and having him learn so the team can win? But as to when he's going to name it, he told me that, he'd like it sooner than later, but you can't rush these things. I think some of it's going to be dragged out just because they want Josh to learn and to stay hungry. I don't know when they'll make the decision, but it'll be closer to the start of the season this year.
UCLA was picked to finish third in the Pac-12 South in the Pac-12 media poll. What do you think, Chris? Third, does that sound about right?
Well, in the Pac-12 South, it's a pick-em after Colorado. I mean, Utah's probably
at the bottom, Colorado.
Yeah, after Colorado.
Poor Colorado.
Utah's probably on the fringe, but there's so much talent in that division. It probably is the best division in football. The difference between UCLA being picked third and USC being picked first, though, is the quarterback. USC enters the year with an established quarterback, Cody Kessler's tremendous talent, and so everybody knows what they're going to get from him. They have 16 starters back. UCLA has 18 starters back, but they don't have an experienced quarterback, so it makes it easy for people to say, well, let's not rank them very high.
And you mentioned USC there, picked to win the Pac-12. And it's interesting because UCLA linebacker Deion Hollins was asked about USC, and his word was befuddled, and he used it multiple times with you, describing the relationship the media has with USC versus UCLA and what national perception is of the Bruins compared to the Trojans.
Yeah, his take on it is he thinks that whereas his words are UCLA, people say, okay, they're good, but they're going to fall off the maps at some point. And he says on the other end, everybody's always willing to give USC the benefit of the doubt that they're USC, they're always going to be good. And he didn't say it in a I'm bitter way, but he did point out that, that kind of puts a chip on his shoulder, and they're looking forward to getting against them again in November.
Not an I'm bitter, maybe just an I'm motivated.
Well, honestly, he could, instead of bitter, he could claim we're better. I mean, they have beaten USC 3 straight years.
3 straight years, and sometimes you wouldn't know by the questions that are asked.
Well, that's the difference between bitter and better.
There you have it. All right, Pac-12 Media Days, day 1 in the books with Chris Foster. I'm Lindsey Thiry from Warner Brothers Studios. We'll see you again on Friday.